Hello guys, good morning. So today is February 4 at first day ko ngayon dito sa Skopje. Kasi nga kahapon, imbis na alas 2 ng hapon tayo darating dito, ang mabagal yung biyahe ng driver namin sa van. Kaya yung ibang pasahero na inis na din sa kanya. Pero syempre, 'di ba? Hindi ba tinawag ang isip ng ibang tao? Kasi dapat kung ano yung nakalagay sa online. Kasi nga nakikita naman dun sa pag-book mo sa sa ticket online na okay, alas 9 aalis, tapos darating ng alas 2 ng hapon. Pero ang nangyari po alas 6 na kami dumating dito sa Skopje, kaya yung ibang pasahero na inis na rin talaga. Pero syempre nga, kasi kahapon, yung ibang dinaanan din namin is super foggy yung daan. So mahirap talaga makita yung kalsada din. So mabagal yung takbo ng driver. So okay na rin yun, di ba? Kasi safety naman namin yung iniisip niya. So ngayon nga is pupunta ako ng city center after ko mag-breakfast. So dito nga sa hotel is libre naman yung breakfast. So kakain na tayo ng marami para dala na rin lang lunch, 'di ba? So 1.5 day lang ako dito sa Skopje. Bukas February 5 ay babalik na ako ng Tirana ng alas 4 ng hapon. So let's explore the city center of Skopje. Kagabi pala guys, hindi ako masyadong nakatulog. Ganito talaga ako pag halimbawa magstay sa isang lugar na first time mo matulog doon. Parang nakakatakot na ewan. So ayun, bagal naman ang ating mga eye bags. So okay lang, kailangan ilaban ang pagrampa mamaya sa Skopje. So see you later. So may elevator pala dito sa hotel, guys. So at least pag mabigat yung mga maleta mo, di ba? Hindi ka na mahihirapan. So guys, ito ang ating breakfast for today. So egg omelette, sausages, boiled egg, at meron tayong cereal. So let's eat. Wala pa masyadong tao guys dito sa restaurant ng hotel kasi nga maaga pa, mga 8 pa lang. So ang breakfast nila is from 7:30 until 10 a.m. So mamaya-maya siguro marami ng mga tao. So late na naman tayo as usual, late na naman tayo gagala. Kasi hindi naman tayo nagmamadali tsaka city center lang naman ang pupuntahan ko at yung chapel ni Mother Teresa of Calcutta. Kasi dito siya pinanganak guys, si Mother Teresa sa Skopje. So, this is my outfit. So, ito ang outfit natin today. Oh, shades of green. Mm. So guys, it's 12 in the afternoon or it's 12 noon at ayun, medyo umuusok yung bibig natin. Malamig ang temperature guys, siguro mga 7 or 8 degrees. At pupunta tayo ulit ng city center, yung pinuntahan ko kagabi para syempre mag-pictorial ulit guys. So ayan, yung I think Christian Orthodox na church yung nasa likod. Ang lamig nung, I mean, ang ganda ng simoy ng hangin guys, malinis. Fresh na fresh. Halata ako dito sa Balkan region, kahit dun sa Serbia, sa Bosnia, grabe ang mga coffee shops nila guys. Talagang halos magdikit-dikit sa mga pwesto. Tsaka ang sasarap ng mga kape. So walang Starbucks. Ni-research ko sa Google. Walang Starbucks dito. So tinaob nila ang Starbucks. Walang sinabi. Kasi umubongga ng mga coffee shops dito, guys, grabe. So ayan. Lakad-lakad lang tayo. Para tayo nasa Paris. Paris. So hello guys, kasalukuyan po tayo ngayong nandito sa Skopje, North Macedonia. At napakaganda po ng panahon ngayon. Hindi masyadong mainit, hindi masyadong malamig. So, napakaganda ng binigay sa atin ng Panginoon na panahon guys. So dapat natin sulitin ito. So gala tayo ng gala, di ba? Maghanap tayo ng gwapo, char. So nandito ako sa main square ng Skopje. At ang daming statwa. Ang daming statue sa city na ito guys, grabe. Hindi ko mabilang. Guys, makikita natin sa aking likuran ang statwa ni Alexander the Great. So I think it's made of bronze. At talaga namang napakalaki ng statwa ni Alexander the Great habang sumasakay siya ng kabayo guys. So actually, pinanganak si Alexander the Great sa Macedon. Pero part ito ng Greece ngayon. May part kasi ng Macedonia na part ng Greece at part ng North Macedonia. So ibang country naman itong North Macedonia guys. So ayan ang napakalaking statue ni Alexander the Great. So guys, sa aking likuran naman ay makikita nyo ang stone bridge at yan ang Vardar River. So itinayo ang stone bridge na ito guys noong 1451 at natapos 1469. Guys, maliban sa Paris, tsaka sa Italy, so yung mga lugar na puntahan ko at mga nakita ko na, isa ito sa pinakamaraming statwa. Ayun, may statwa pa doon na parang lumalangoy na bata. Ang dami nilang statwa guys. Marami silang budget. Ayun pa yung bridge na yon, puno ng statwa. O, di ba? So, ito yung Vardar River, guys, sa likod.
Üniversiteyi tanımıyor musun?
At ayan, parang galleon na ginawa lang nila, parang restaurant ata yan. So, ayan. Guys, may isang bridge na naman dito. Diyos ko. Pinuno na naman nila lang statwa, guys. Marami talaga silang budget sa sa statwa. Ayan no. So, puntahan natin yan. So, buti na lang guys, maganda yung panahon talaga. Binigyan tayo ni Lord ng magandang panahon. Kasi alam niya na limited lang yung oras natin dito. So, ayun, one day lang at kalahating araw. So, thank you Lord at binigyan mo ako ng magandang panahon dito sa Skopje na makapag-ikot at makapaglibot. So, ayan. Hindi ko sure kung City Hall yan or museum, guys. So after nito, siguro magla-lunch na ako kasi may walking tour ako. Nag-book ako ng free walking tour online. So may mga ganito kasi yan sa sa Europe na mga free walking tours, mga educational tours, historical tours, mga ganun. May mga free din. So magbibigay ka lang ng konting tips. So depende naman sa iyo eh. So alas 3 yung binook ko na oras. So 1:30 pa lang ngayon. So may time pa ako mag-lunch. So see you later guys. So guys, kita niyo yung mga statwa dyan. O hindi pa yan, meron pa dito oh. Oh. Ang dami nila. Pati doon hanggang doon. O may mga statwa dyan. Pati yung building na yun guys oh. Ayan. So marami silang budget talaga. Para gumawa ng mga ganito karaming statwa. So picture lang muna ako dito. Siguro mga importanteng tao yan nila dati, mga heroes nila, mga general, and everything. So, andito sa likod yung nila, opera, National Opera and Ballet. Diyan. Okay. So ngayon guys, medyo tapos na ako sa kaka-pictorial, no? So hahanapin ko yung free walking tour. So mag-walking tour tayo ngayon sa mga importanteng sites dito sa Skopje. Ito talaga ang isa sa mga gusto ko sa Europe, no? Kasi yung mga street performers nila, kahit sa Belgrade, ang dami. So ito na ata ang ating tour guide guys, yung naka-yellow na naka-blue na payong sa likod.
Skopje, I'm raised in Skopje. So for the past 25 years I've lived here and I've called Skopje my home. For that reason, I believe I'll be a good guide for you simply because I can show you Skopje to the lenses of a local. Okay, so the other side, the concept of the tour is as follows. We'll do 2.5 to 3 hours of easy-paced walking both across old part of town and new part of town. So really this depends on how many questions you have, how the dynamics of the tour develop and whatnot, but this is the average. And we'll do around 3 kilometers of walking. Yeah? So sounds good? Okay. Oh, this is special, especially for you too. Okay. Now, okay. We fast forward to this point of antiquity. And over here we have the arrival of some more advanced forms of communities. So of course the very first of which is the kingdom of the Paeonians, the Paeonian kingdom. Now they had the kingdom within the current border of North Macedonia, and they still have many of the capital cities within the current border. However, although these people were great, had power, they were interesting and whatnot, later on something is going to happen because they're going to be annexed by another kingdom. This is the kingdom of Macedon. They emerged in the 7th century BC, and once they were starting out, they were not as powerful. However, in the 4th century BC, what they managed to do with the help of that guy over there, Alexander the Great, they managed to spread the empire to 3 continents, not 4, 3 continents. So this is Europe, Africa, and Asia. Now I'll show you a map of this, and we'll go a little bit more in depth about all of this. But for now, to keep it short, nothing lasts forever. Nor did this kingdom. This is the coat of arms. Yes, so the coat of arms, right? So right underneath us is the river Vardar. Is the country's longest river. It's 380 kilometers long, and it flows directly into the Aegean Sea in Greece. So basically, this is one of the reasons why winter time isn't very cold in Skopje. It's because we have Mediterranean influence because of this river. Okay, now on top of the river is this, or should I say what we're standing onto. This is the stone bridge. Now this is a very old bridge that has pretty much stood the test of time. Depends on how you look at it. It's both a Byzantine bridge and an Ottoman bridge. Oldest of which was 15 centuries ago, so built 15 centuries ago. Now this over here is a fortress. We don't really see it very good over from here, but it's in that direction, and once we get to it, near to it, we'll talk a little bit more about it. And last but not least, I will leave you to find this yourself. What is this?
That?
Yeah. Exactly. So that is the peak Ljuboten. It comes from, it's part of the National Shar mountain range, and it's very special for the city simply because we have very beautiful view of it.
Yeah.
So that's part of the symbol. This one we built it in 2001 to commemorate 2,000 years of Christianity in the country. Because pretty much over here Christianity is quite literally as old as Jesus Christ himself and Christianity as a religion. One of the very first apostles, Saint Paul, came over here to the Balkans to preach Christianity. Now once that cross was built, it was pretty much the 2nd largest cross in the world as of 2001. However, later on, other countries, other nations have built their crosses. So right now this one is standing at the 7th place in the world of the tallest cross. Standing at 55 meters. Okay. And to the left, something that as of now it's not interesting, but it will be in a year or two. So that's a telecommunication station. Do you see that like rocket thingy to the left of the
like a tower.
Yes, so that's a telecommunication building. However, it will also serve, it will double down as a rotating restaurant, a revolving restaurant. So what it means, it will be a very cool place where you can go within the city, get a very nice cup of coffee, have beautiful panoramical view of the entirety of the city, both this way and the other way. So it's gonna be, I believe, very famous in the nearby year. So the name of the fortress is Fortress. Yeah, but it's very special because it was first constructed in the 5th and 6th century AD. So this was constructed by the Byzantine Emperor Justinian I. And although he constructed those walls at that time, inside the fortress you will be able to find much older things. So there are excavation sites inside the fortress, which artifacts date back from the 3rd and 4th millennia BC. So very old, as of today, more than 5 and 6,000 years ago. All of these things are displayed in the archaeological museum. So that flag on top of one building, you cannot miss it. Okay? Yeah. However, the current walls that we see were reconstructed later on in the 10th century AD. But we do have something very special as well. Because take a look at this. This over here, it's trileche. Trileche. Now, you've been to Spain, you need to know what trileche means. What's trileche?
Free milk.
Yeah. You stole that from him. So exactly, that's three types of milk. So what this is, it's a soft sponge cake marinated with 3 types of milk, and then it's topped with caramel. So, if you've ever heard of the term umami, so when you have this beautiful development of some blends in the taste, you know, like very delicious stuff, this is your perfect definition of it.
Okay.
So once you try it, you will understand why I'm over here and I'm talking about this. Okay? Yeah, very special. So you must try it out. Okay. In textile making, in rocks, in what's with clay, with metal, with wood, you had foods, drinks, beverages, I don't know, stuff like maybe even key making, barbers, jewelry. So these were the typical things you will be able to find over here back then. Now, we'll have beans in a clay pot. These things over here.
What's the name again?
Tafce, grafce. Okay, I'm gonna have to force you to learn that. Tafce, grafce. Say it again. Tafce, grafce.
Tawcie, grawcie.
Tafce, grafce. Tafce. 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 Tawcie. Tawcie.
Tawcie, grawcie.
Good. Now, I'm gonna ask you the name of this again at the end of the tour, so let's see how quickly you forget. I'm just joking. So, Tafce Grafce, right? This is a very important staple for the country and the people over here because it's considered a traditional staple. It's a century-old staple dating back from medieval times. So, imagine this. The people who used to live over here during the medieval times, most of them were agricultural peasants. So these were people working on the fields, and likewise, these people didn't have riches. So at that time, most of the items that was considered luxury were meat, eggs, dairy, stuff like this. So really, they couldn't really afford these things. However, one thing that they could afford were pretty much all the things that they were growing themselves, legumes, grains, vegetables, stuff like this. So pretty much all throughout the century, people over here have been perfecting the craft of making legume-based dishes, grain-based dishes, vegetable-based dishes. Many of these old traditional staples, you will find them in this manner, in this type of style. Now, this is just one fine example, Tafce Grafce, which is beans in a clay pot. And there's a saying in the country for these beans, for this Tafce Grafce. If you've been to the country and you haven't tried Tafce Grafce, you need to come back because we don't consider it as if you've been. Okay, so that's how important it is. Okay, now more food recommendations as we go on, but right now I'd like to shift your attention to what we're seeing in front of us. So this building, right? This is Kapan An. Kapan An, exactly. It's an an. And before I say something about this an over here, I'd like to introduce you to the concept of the Islamic triad. So these are 3 important principles that most of the people of the 16th, 17th, 18th century were following. So imagine this. You're a Muslim traveling in the 17th century Ottoman Empire. Wherever you go to, you have 3 important services you're looking to be met. So the first and foremost, wherever you go, very naturally, you're looking for a roof on top of your head. So accommodation, a place to stay. Now, these were the buildings that most people at that time had available, the ans. There are also some other similar buildings that go by the name of caravanseries. And these 2 things were very similar. So ans and caravanseries were very similar. The only difference was ans were in the city center, the jewelry street. And this is considered as one of the oldest streets in the old bazaar. Now, if you take a look to the left and to the right, you will pretty much see that every single shop is a jewelry shop. Meaning, this is the only shop in the old bazaar that still keeps its old system of organization. Where you have one shop dedicated, or should I say, one craft dedicated to one street, the jewelry street. Now, the jewelry street is very special in one regard. So pretty much people have been buying gold out of these streets for centuries at a time. Imagine this, only Two centuries. Meaning, all the churches had to be smaller than any of the nearby mosques. Did you see how small the mosque was? Oh, the church was.
Yeah.
It's only
So
4
small.
meters tall, and pretty much all the nearby mosques are larger than this one. Same goes true for the bell tower. So take a look at this bell tower. Take a look at it. See how small it is? That's a bell tower of a church. Take a look at the nearby minarets of the mosques. They're all big. Now, it's a shame that we cannot enter because over there we could see a few mosques and a few minarets. Nonetheless, so this pretty much was for one reason, right? Make the churches smaller than the mosques. Should I say the message was tell who's the boss, or show off dominion. This was the way of showing who's the boss at that time. Now, if we take a look at the church, for them to actually be able to build the entirety of the church, what they had to do is actually dig underground, meaning the church is actually half underground and half up. And if you take a look at this is an iconostasis. So an iconostasis are wood carvings that you will typically find in Orthodox churches. So wood, they carve the wood, they make some, they typically make the biblical lore, they represent the biblical lore in the wooden iconostasis. And this one over here is very special because it's 2 centuries old, it's 10 meters wide, 6 meters tall, and it's very special because of this. So inside it, what you will be able to see is this and this. So take a look at the head of this guy and take a look at the head of these two guys, right? So this over here, it's the head of John the Baptist. He is a biblical figure and he's a very important Christian figure because he was the guy who baptized Jesus Christ himself. So what the Bible says is this guy, John the Baptist, he was beheaded by the Romans. So he was killed by the Romans, right? Now take a look at these two figures who are actually doing the beheading, the decapitation, right? Now, do they look like a Roman? No? What do they look like?
Ottomans.
Exactly. You have the mustache, you have the beard, right? Why?
We killed Christianism.
So, pretty much this is a protest. The local population's protest against the Turkish authorities at that time. It is unfortunate, but people at that time felt like this. So the oppression, the war is because, so there are some people who are very inconsiderate and they're dog owners. So let's say they have a dog, it has puppies. So they don't want to keep the puppies and they try to get rid of them as quickly as possible. So what they do is they take the puppies and they just throw them on the street. So this is where the problem of dogs occurs in the city. This is the main problem.
And who feed the dogs?
So there is an NGO that actually gathers the dogs, takes care of them, gives them shelter, vaccinates them, castrates them, and pretty much later on puts them back on the street once everything is taken care of with them. And once they're on the street, they're pretty much feeding them every opportunity they have.
So guys, super enjoy dito sa free walking tour namin. Super bait nung tour guide. Tsaka 3 lang kami. Yung dalawa, galing silang France. So, Philippine represent tayo guys, okay?
I need to figure out later. It feels as if though the face of that dog has a lot of emotions. Like, it went so far. Come on. So this monument in front of us, or should I say, not the horses, but not the horses, but behind. That's the Macedonian Holocaust.
A Holocaust Museum.
Yes. Okay, come on. So,
yeah.
there we go. So this is the Macedonian Holocaust. So how come do we have a museum Macedonian Holocaust? So this is all due to one very unfortunate event that took place in 1943. So basically at that time, the Bulgarian king Boris III gathered the majority of the Jewish population that was over here in the country, which at that time was around 7,000 Jews. And all of those were sent to the Treblinka extermination camp in Poland. God damn it, not no! So, many of these Jews who once upon a time used to live in the country, during the Second World War, they were sent to concentration camps. And this is pretty much built in memory of them. Inside you can find the personal belongings of the Jewish population, of the Jewish people. You can read a little bit more about how was this experience for them to go through such a thing. And also you can find something very, very eerie. You can actually find the real wagon, the real train that was used to transport the Jewish from here in the city of Skopje all the way to Poland, Treblinka. So, yeah, goosebumps. Okay, everyone. So right now we are we just crossed the stone bridge and we entered the new part of town again. And right now we'll talk a little bit about this place. So what people decided to turn this into is a parking lot. 4 years later on, they make it a parking lot. Nonetheless, this square is a very important square, simply because as of 1991, the main celebration for independence was held over here. Thousands of people gathered on the streets of the square at that time to celebrate the independence. And ever since 1991, the square has been used as a host for all sorts of events. Social events, cultural events, musical events, political events, sporting events, you name it. Only a few days ago, last week, we still had the Christmas house going over here, the Christmas market. So down there, over there, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Museum of People's Struggle, National Theatre, and many of the buildings that you see on the actual square itself. So, what is this? All of these things, the buildings and the monuments, are all part of this one project called Skopje 2014. What was the point of this project? So, if you take a look at all the buildings, right? All of these along the banks of the river. What you will be able to see is all of them are built in the architectural style of Baroque and Rococo. So, should I say this is a way of the city to appeal to its antiquity? So, one of the very first settlements that happened over here within the city, of the more advanced forms of communities in the ancient world, was in the 2nd century BC, right? The Romans. And pretty much the city as of today, it is at least 2 millennia old. So what this is, or should I say the people who did this project envisioned, okay. So, yeah, they damaged the pipes. Okay, never mind. Now to say a few words about that guy, right? So I'll show you a map of what he managed to accomplish, which is this. This is his map, the map of Alexander the Great. Persia, right? So once his father dies, Philip II dies, Alexander, only being 18 at that time, he set on this conquest in honor of his father, in the name of his father. So what he does is he starts over here on the Balkan Peninsula, and he starts with only a mere army of 30,000 soldiers. Now, the army will vary between 30,000 to 40,000 soldiers all throughout the conquest. Nonetheless, it wasn't that big. So he starts over here on the Balkans, right? He moves to the Middle East. He takes over Mesopotamia and Babylon, and shortly after doing this, he has an idea. Right now, we're going to go to Egypt. Why did they go to Egypt? You see, the greatest wish of Alexander the Great wasn't to conquer Persia. This was his father's greatest wish. Alexander's greatest wish was to become a god. He wanted to become a god, a life and breathing god. So how can you do this? I mean, can I become a god? So he went to Egypt. He took over Egypt and he forced the Egyptians to crown him a pharaoh. Why? Because the pharaohs are considered gods by the Egyptian. So if he can become a pharaoh, he can become God. So he went to Egypt, took over Egypt. He got a pharaoh, crowned a pharaoh. He became a god, right? So right now he's all powerful, almighty. He can come back on the tour. Not on the tour, on the conquest. So he comes back to the Middle East after taking over Egypt, and he continues to do all of this, which is the. So you have the triumphal gates in Paris. Also, Europe is fluent with these gates because
Rome was
yes, yes.
but it's from Roman Empire.
I don't know, maybe.
I think this is right over the.
Yeah. Now the reason why we no longer have the old house of Mother Teresa is because of this earthquake of 1963. Pretty much it leveled the entirety of the city, so it did the same thing to the house of Mother Teresa. But just so you know, this is where Mother Teresa was born. Okay? This is her memorial house. So we know that Mother Teresa was born there in 1910 Skopje, and this is the memorial house. Why do we have the memorial house over here? There is this one very famous photo after the earthquake of 1963. Mother Teresa comes in this location and she's looking in this direction. The reason why she's looking in that direction is because she knows, she remembers, this is where she was baptized. Right now, she's no longer looking at this Catholic church, she's looking at the ruins of the Catholic church in which she was baptized. So, the people wanting to commemorate, symbolize all of this, they decided to build a memorial house on top of the old Catholic church where she was baptized. Now, inside, this is her memorial house. You can find personal belongings of Mother Teresa. You can read a little bit more about Mother Teresa's life mission, life story, canonization process, stuff like this. And you can also visit this chapel on top over there, which was built in honor of Mother Teresa. Now, to say a few words about her, ever since she was a kid, she dreamed of being out for the world, helping the sick, helping the poor, being a humanitarian, being a missionary worker. So once she reached the age of 18, she decided to start acting upon this. At the age of 18, she decides to leave Skopje, her homeland, for the very first time ever, and go in Ireland, in Dublin. Once she goes over there, she gets acquainted with the Catholic organization. She joins the Loreto Sisterhood, and also she learns English over there because she's going to need it. At the age of 19, they send her to Calcutta, India, where she's going to spend the majority of her life. For the first 20 years in Calcutta, India, she's going to work as a community teacher. So pretty much out there for the community, out there for the children, helping the sick, helping the poor. However, she was not satisfied enough. She wanted to do more. So for that reason, at age of 40, Mother Teresa decides to found the organization called Missionaries of Charity. Even as of today, this is an active Catholic organization, in essence, gather funds to be given to the sick and the poor worldwide. Now,
Hello guys! So ayun, natapos na ang aming free walking tour. At ang dami naming na-cover na mga sites guys. Yung mga historical sites dito sa Skopje. Tsaka mabait din yung namin, yung tour guide. So free walking tour, binuko siya online. Pero syempre, nagbigay kami ng tips. So binigyan ko siya ng 10 euros guys. So nasa mga 40 dirhams. So okay na din kasi napaka-friendly niya. Tapos ang dami niyang diniscuss. Inikot niya kami dito sa sa city center. So, okay guys. Guys, habang kumakain ako dito, merong sa tapat ko, merong mag-iina, dalawang bata. Yung isa, mga 3 taong gulang. Tsaka yung isa, bata pa talaga, mga siguro 1 taon. So, habang kumakain ako dito, tinuturuan niya yung 3 taong gulang na bata na manghingi sa akin ng pera. So ako naman, syempre, imbis na pera ang ibibigay, di ba? So pagkain na lang. So ayaw nung bata. tinuturuan talaga nung nanay na ano, na manghingi ng pera. So yun, ay hindi ko nga binigyan kasi 'di ba? Masasanay yan sila eh. Tapos malay mo hindi naman totoong ano talaga pulubi. 'Di ba? Binibigyan mo na ng pagkain, so ayaw. So pera talaga yung gusto. So parang mga modus ganun. Ay, grabe guys, ang lamig. 2 degrees. Ang lamig-lamig. Ang lamig-lamig. Mas malamig pa sa pag-ibig mo, charot. So guys, thank you so much for joining me in my Skopje adventure. At sobrang na-enjoy ko dito sa Skopje kahit isang araw lang. 1.5 day lang ako. So meron pa akong time bukas para maglibot. Bukas ng siguro mga 2 hours. Kasi 2 p.m. ay pupunta na ako ng bus station. At babalik na ako ng Tirana sa Albania. So ayan. Okay guys, thank you so much for joining me. This has been Christian Lou Vlogs, and please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, and see you in my next vlog.